First, what is hair porosity? Hair porosity is basically how your hair absorbs and holds moisture. Some hair absorbs moisture easily, quickly, some struggle to absorb it, and some it's right in the middle. And once you understand yours, your whole routine starts to make sense. Quick disclaimer, this test isn't perfect, but it gives you a clear starting point, and you want to pay attention to how well your hair behaves daily. And the way you are supposed to do it is by placing a clean strand of hair in water and just let it sit without touching it for a few minutes. Usually around 2 to 5 minutes is enough to get an idea, and you are not supposed to push it down or move it around because that can affect the result. If your hair stays floating on top, that can point toward low porosity. If it sinks really quickly, that usually means higher porosity. And if it kind of stay in the middle, then it's somewhere in between. But since I already have an idea of my porosity, I went ahead and pushed it down just to show what happens. And when I did that, my hair kept coming back up toward the surface instead of just staying down. Which makes sense because low porosity hair tends to resist water at first, but over time, once it actually absorbs the water, it starts to sink. If you have low porosity hair, water cannot sit on your hair at first. So I spray this hair. It just sits on the hair, it doesn't absorb. This type of hair usually needs lighter product and a little heat for moisture to get in, like a steamer. And also when you wash your hair, use warm water. Don't start with cold water so you can open your cuticles. And now if you have high porosity hair, water can easily get in very quickly compared to low porosity, but you lose moisture very fast compared to low porosity. With low porosity, it's really hard for moisture to get in, but once the moisture is already in, it stays there. But with high porosity, you will notice your hair will get dry and frizzy very fast. This type of hair usually needs heavier products like a grease or something to help lock in the moisture. Now, if you are lucky and you have medium porosity, your hair absorbs moisture pretty quickly and it's easier to manage. That's called balanced porosity. So if you cannot tell really well by the glass method, you can watch your hair. You can tell by how fast your hair dries out. You can tell how often your hair dries and how well it holds moisture, if it's too hard for it to get in or not. You can just watch your hair. You just have to pay attention to what your hair is telling you and what it actually needs and how often. But once you know your porosity, you start choosing products that actually work for your hair and with your hair instead of against it. So if your routine hasn't been working the way you expected, start here. Try to know your hair porosity. It really makes a difference. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know your hair porosity.